Okay, here's a little hinterruno for you. This is a fairly new gold wing that it's got in here, and actually it was exhibiting a similar problem to what my own wing was doing, which was it wouldn't start or it wouldn't crank over if it was in gear. You know, normally you can grab the clutch when it's in gear and start it up. This one wouldn't start unless it was in neutral. And if you look at the clutch here, there's two switches. There's one on the bottom, which actually kicks your cruise control out when you grab this. You can hear it actually click when you just touch it. There's another switch right here, and that's the starter interlock switch, and that only comes into play when the clutch lever is fully depressed. And I noticed the clearance on those is really pretty tight. So what I do is pull this lever out, and if you can see if I can get focused here. Okay, you can see that little flat spot there, and I put a bead of epoxy, some JB Weld epoxy on there, just to build that up a little bit. You can see where it's got a little bit of a higher profile, and it's right there where my thumb is, and that's where the switch is contacted. And for some reason, the switch doesn't get fully engaged, and so it won't start. So just dropping that little bead on there is just enough to get it to work. So I just put a drop of epoxy on there, leave it sit for a couple hours, reassemble, and everything is good to go. Another thing is on these switches, if you take them off, you can actually, there's a little hole and you can see the contact points in there. And it'd be on the back side of this switch or the upper side of the bottom switch. And a lot of times you can just take a little canned air or something and blow them out. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll just put a little piece of tape over the hole just so bugs can't get in there. I've had mosquitoes actually crawl in and get stuck between the points. So that's another thing you can do.